An ATF agent was tased, arrested at gunpoint by Columbus police. Wait, what?
Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
Don't argue. Face down. On the ground. Face down now. Face down.
You guys are making a big mistake.
Fine. We'll settle that second. Settle that. Face down now. All the way down.
This is from January 2021. There's a nice little pig-on-pig violence, dude. I do like this kind of content. I am a fan of that. You know, Hogalina's gone wild. You know, hog-on-hog violence. Let's take a look.
Got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left.
And we're going to put your arm behind your back, sir.
Wait a sec. Do not resist. I'm not resisting.
Do not resist. It's so funny that people always say, like, stop resisting, do not resist, when, like, the entire fucking, like, way of handcuffing someone is to force your body into contorting in a way that it is impossible to be in. It is a very uncomfortable and very painful way to stand. So, of course, your body automatically, because it can't stretch that way, will resist. That's why I always say, like, whenever people say, like, do not resist, stop resisting, they're fucking lying. Like, that's not a... They might legitimately think the other person is resisting, but, like, that's it. It doesn't matter. Like, of course you're gonna resist. Your joints are fucking resisting.
Like a moron. Wait a second. Stop. Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket.
We're getting you secured.
Please, wait. No, whoa. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Please. Wait, please, sir. I'm
resisting.
I'm not.
Stop resisting.
Would you please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop.
I'm begging you. My wife's please. It's right here.
Resist.
Please get it. Wait, sir, help me up. Just hold me up. Sir, please get my federal creds.
Get your taser out, Jill.
No, don't do that, please. Sir.
Don't make me tase you. You're going to get tased. Put your right arm behind your back.
Okay.
Put your right arm behind your back.
Help me up.
No.
Help me up.
No, you're going to stay on the ground and put your right arm behind your back.
Let me breathe.
You can breathe just fine.
I'm gonna. Ow, don't do that. Okay, here. My God.
Get him cuffed.
It is cuffed. Please stop.
Get him cuffed.
Oh, he busted out the taser, bro. He's tasing him.
I'm a federal agent. My God, my gun, my
You have
pistol.
no idea what you are, acting the way you are.
Sir,
Who the heck do you think you are acting like
nobody. I wanted you to see my goddamn creds. The lady was freaking out, for Christ's sake.
Let him sit up.
I showed her my goddamn creds, for Christ's sake. Right there, left pocket. Left pocket, cargo pocket. Please take them out.
Don't try.
I love this, dude. This is so funny. Motherfucker's getting his ass tased. He's still calling him sir, dude. It's just, oh my God. Bootlicking is a disease, dude. Holy shit. Why is there a gun laying on the ground? Because he's an ATF agent, bro. What do you mean? It's his gun. Why is he resisting, though? Why isn't he remaining calm and letting the cop do their job? Interesting. Yeah, it almost feels like it's impossible to remain calm in a situation when a fat piece of shit's, 300-pound knee is collapsing your chest, right? It's kind of weird as they pull your arm behind you. Huh.
I get it. I fucking get it.
Then you should have
Why
behaved
would you act
the
the way you did?
They're still yelling at him. They're like, it's your fault we beat the shit out of you.
I wanted you to see my creds, for Christ's sake. My God, I'm here to fucking talk
No,
about
you're the one that's in the wrong. Who's your supervisor?
It's currently John McPherson.
Dude, that's so funny. They're quizzing him. They're still quizzing him. Oh my God, that's awesome. Yo, tase him some more, motherfucker. Come on.
Who's on his way out to retire, who will soon be rolling. This is crazy.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
ATF agent's like, this is crazy. I didn't realize police brutality was a real problem. You know what this is? Look, he's like smiling a little bit. You know what this is? This is like when you fucking, when you realize you're wrong in the argument, but you don't want to admit it, so you keep like trying to find new ways. Like last week when people were like, Hasan is exploiting his editor, not even my editor, but my producer for his podcast. Like, what a piece of shit. And then my producer came out and was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? It's literally run like a cooperative. I'm getting a third of the entire revenue, but amongst me, Will, and Hasan. And then they were like, well, this still says a lot about how Hasan, it still says a lot about Hasan because like we were able to believe this fucking false information. And basically like they were still trying to fucking flip it back onto me for some weird reason, even though they were like unironically just so horny to fucking cancel me. That's what the cops are doing, where they're like, we beat this fucking Fed's ass. So now we have to be like, now we have to act like there was a justifiable reason for this. Are you even an ATF agent? Like, who's your boss?
Sir, please.
You gotta see the back of the cruiser.
My God. Sir, I'm just trying to do my goddamn
Just get in the
job.
car. Why would you make us do this?
I didn't want you to. I wanted to. Wait.
No.
Hold on, he's holding. I'm locking the door.
Why are they still like? Why is he still handcuffed? I legit don't understand. They looked at his like They saw his badge. They looked at his wallet, and he's still currently That's so strange. I'm pretty sure at that point it's like you're kidnapping a federal agent, right? Like you can't. I don't think you can do that. Like I don't think that's allowed. A lot of the comments are hating on ATF agents. Yeah, because that's the last resort of the libertarian. Like libertarians are so fucking cucked by the police state, but at least like they still hate the ATF, right? And that's it, because they're the bad guys that come after your fucking guns, okay? And the ATF is horrible, by the way. Don't misunderstand me. I mean, god damn, dude, they are pretty fucked up. The #1 dog killers. But having said that, that's the reason why so many of these motherfuckers are probably siding with the cops in this, because they just despise the ATF. It's a way for a libertarian to maintain it's like I'm anti-federal agencies attitude while still sucking on the boot of the law.
Wait, how did this happen? Okay. Get in.
For crying out loud, you're a cop, you're not an ass.
No, wait, I can't. You're fucking my head up. The seatbelt's in place. Please. Please call my supervisor. Please call John McPherson.
We have our supervisor on the way. We'll let him handle it.
Oh, more cops. They need backup. They need all the backup they can get on this one, I think. One cooperating federal agent.
Is this guy here outside the whole time?
I think so. We have to get him as a witness.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sir, we're going to need you to hang around for a little bit.
You got everything, right? Thank you. I'm just putting this stuff on your hood.
That's fine.
Whenever the sergeant gets here, we'll call his supervisor.
Let them handle. I'm not talking in.
It's just civilian. Dude, you saw how he was. He wouldn't
I know.
lie. No, you never. No.
Don't even argue with him.
Video.
Don't even argue with him. Just let him yell. Just let him yell.
ATF Jamesburg attempted to make contact with a member of Columbus, Ohio community who then called 911. When Columbus PD officers Joseph Kenzel arrived, Agent Burke did not comply with their commands. Well, they kind of did. He kind of did. Wait, Agent Burke, who in 2015 was charged with shoplifting wine from a Kroger grocery store, is now suing the officers for excessive force. Dude, cop brain is so fucking it's perma-fried. When you're on that cop brain shit, you literally fucking will pull the arrest records of another guy who's also a cop. Bro, he shoplifted a 5-bottle of wine, bro. He's a criminal, bro. That's crazy. By the way, the truthaboutguns.com is gonna definitely take an anti-ATF and pro-police slant in this one. You have to understand, you're probably confused. You're like, why are the fucking right-wing publications like defending the cops in this situation? One, because they love defending the cops, and it's like they're perma-stuck on defending the cops. And two, everybody hates the ATF. You have to remember that, like, right-wingers hate the ATF. Libertarians, it's the last law enforcement agency that libertarians will actually fucking genuinely criticize and shit on. And he apparently sued them as well, which we'll take a look at in a second. Okay, I'm going to actually watch this video now.
On July 7th, 2020, ATF agent James Burke went to a home in Columbus, Ohio to retrieve a weapon from an individual who was not permitted to have a firearm. Agent Burke knocked on the door, but the individual inside the home refused to open it and called 911 instead. Despite the fact that the caller read the dispatcher Agent Burke's badge number, officers Joseph Fahey and Kevin Winchell of the Columbus Division of Police were dispatched to investigate the situation as an attempted break-in.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see.
Said, I'm a federal fucking agent. That's it. That's the first thing he said, okay? Like immediately. He's like, I'm a federal fucking agent.
Some ID. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
Why? Why is your gun out? Why is that the first thing? Like, why is that the first reaction, bro? Like, no normal human being should look at this and go, wow, that's great. That's fun. Like, he's already pulled out the 9, dude. What the fuck?
Get on the ground.
What's your deal?
Get on the ground now.
I'm a federal agent.
9171-103.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground. Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
Wait, what do you mean? Why won't you show me your ID when I got here? You think it'd be better if he reached, dude? You're already fucking, you pulled it out. Got all the conflicting instructions too, both asking for ID and telling him to show his hands so he could stay. Who's not complying either way? Yeah, exactly.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Fine. Why do you got to make this harder than it is?
Listen, I'm not getting out.
I have no problem making this.
I just want to see if anybody from 3 Precinct can respond.
There's no problem making this deadly.
You're the one overreacting.
I'm not overreacting. We got a call that someone's impersonating a police.
I'm not overreacting. Brother, you have a gun trained on him. Every single situation where your gun is out, where your service weapon is aimed at a human being, is an instance where you're most likely overreacting. Unless it's one of like the very few instances where it is reasonable, you know, viable, where like someone else also has a gun trained on you. You know what I mean? That's the only instance where it's like it's you're not overreacting.
Although Agent Burke repeatedly states that he is a federal agent, Officer Fahey continues to order him to get on the ground. While the interplay between the jurisdiction and authority of federal and local law enforcement agencies is complicated, in general, local law enforcement has the authority to issue lawful orders to federal agents when necessary to complete their duties. In the U.S., the authority of state, county, and local police departments is established by what is known as territorial jurisdiction. This means that, in most situations, a local police officer only has the authority to enforce criminal laws within their own city. But as long as they are within their jurisdiction, they can enforce every type of criminal law. For example, Section 737.11 of the Ohio Revised Code, which would apply to Officer Fahey, states that municipal police officers have the authority to enforce all municipal ordinances, as well as, quote, all criminal laws of the state and the United States. Federal law enforcement agencies, on the other hand, have jurisdiction throughout the United States, but they typically do not have a general grant of authority to enforce all laws. Rather, federal law enforcement agencies are granted authority by Congress through the United States Code, and most are limited to investigating matters that are within federal jurisdiction. While states have a general police power to pass laws for the welfare of their people, the federal government can only create laws regarding certain subjects that are listed in the Constitution, such as regulating interstate commerce and providing for the punishment of counterfeiting money. Therefore, both Agent Burke and Officer Fahey were operating within their jurisdiction throughout this incident. But without more information about the underlying situation, it is unclear whether a court would conclude that Officer Fahey's commands constituted lawful orders.
Do you find I think I'm a police officer or something? What the heck's the matter with you? Who do you think you are?
Chopper
Get on the ground!
I'm not getting out of
Chopper, thanks.
I'm not getting
91.7, I'm pulling up.
I got my ID.
Do not reach for your waist! Keep your hands up!
Dude, why would I have an old lady?
Get your hands up!
Sir! Don't
on the
face
ground!
down, on the ground. Face down now! Face down!
You guys are making a big mistake.
You are the one making a mistake!
Settle down. Face down now, all the way down.
Once Officer Winchell arrives on the scene, Agent Burke decides to comply with the commands of the officers and gets on the ground. While attempting to place Agent Burke into handcuffs, Officer Fahey deploys his taser, and after being stunned, Agent Burke surrenders to the officers.
Sir, I'm just trying to do my job.
Just get in the car!
The officers attempt to place Agent Burke into their patrol vehicle, but he verbally and physically resists, prompting the officers to force him into the back of the cruiser.
If he's here to work a warrant by himself, there's something strange about that too.
It is clear that Agent Burke was performing a routine duty in his role as an ATF special agent.
Are you guys the ones that originally called?
Yes.
Okay. What did he say to you when he was talking to you?
I have to open the door because he's a police. I tell him I can't open the door because my husband.
For officers on the edge, bro, we were finally able to
And,
get
he
the
say you have to open the door. I tell him I'm sorry, I can't. Stay with my kids. My kids start to crying because they afraid. And I tell him you
Did he
have
ever try
pay.
to? Did he ever try and break the door or anything like that?
Yes, he is still knock and he say I will stay here until evening if you don't open the door because you are liar.
The complainant essentially admits to the Columbus officers that she refused to open the door for Agent Burke despite the fact that she was informed that he was a federal officer. It is likely that a court would conclude that the citizen did not have to open the door or surrender the firearm if Agent Burke did not have a warrant. Assuming that Agent Burke was not executing a warrant, the complainant was most likely within her rights to refuse to answer the door for Agent Burke. After holding Agent Burke for about an hour, the officers released him without charges. On December 4th, 2020, Agent Burke filed a federal lawsuit against the city of Columbus, Officer Fahey, and Officer Winchell, alleging that, among other violations, Officers Fahey and Winchell used excessive force during the incident. According to the complaint, Agent Burke was transferred to an administrative support role within ATF after the incident because of the injuries he suffered. As of the date of this episode, the lawsuit is still pending. Overall, Agent Burke gets a C- because although he was likely acting within his lawful authority when the Columbus officers arrived on the scene, he refused to obey what were likely lawful orders from the officers, physically and verbally resisted the officers.
Oh my God, the audit. What fucking channel is this? I thought these guys were like libertarians.
And maintained.
I swear to God, 90% of their resentment, even with libertarians, is still like their resentment plays a larger role in
an
this situation.
Unprofessional and
Oh, Audit the Audit is Blue Lives Matter? Wait, why would they do a Audit the Audit? Wait, this is XQC's content? XQC looks at Audit the Audit? What the fuck? This is my content, motherfucker. I think you guys are... Doesn't he just watch Live PD? Wait, really? Bro, no shot. Wait, that's kind of cool. I did not know that, but that is pretty dope that he like watches bad police interactions regularly in front of like 70,000 fucking little juiceronis, you know?
While it is clear from the video footage that Agent Burke informed the Columbus officers that he was a federal agent on multiple occasions, that statement alone does not override the officer's authority to order him to the ground until they can secure the scene. Agent Burke was armed at the time of the encounter, and it could certainly be argued that the Columbus officers just wanted to disarm him in case he was, in fact, pretending to be a federal agent. If Agent Burke had politely complied with the orders of the officers, instead of blatantly refusing to get on the ground, then this interaction may have had a much different outcome. All that said, there is no denying that at least some degree of negligence took place from the Columbus officers' conduct, but Agent Burke may have had a much stronger case against them if he had been more willing to cooperate with their commands. The Columbus officers get an F for approaching the scene with their weapons drawn despite no immediate threat being present, neglecting to consider the facts of the encounter in an effort to gain control of the situation, and for failing to conduct a legitimate investigation into Agent Burke's identity before deciding to place him under arrest.
I mean, yeah, that's okay. Never mind. I mean, he gave him an F, so that's like, it is pretty bad though. I mean, this is like pretty out there, right? At least they didn't kill him.
Agent Burke's lawsuit against the officers claims that the woman who called the Columbus officers to the scene provided dispatch with the agent's name and badge number, and given that Agent Burke wasn't making any threatening gestures or statements when the officers arrived on the scene, it's extremely tough to comprehend why the officers responded to the call by immediately shouting commands with their weapons drawn. The Columbus officers also refused to allow Agent Burke to provide his credentials to them on multiple occasions, and seemed to display a complete disregard for the fact that Agent Burke was an ATF agent.
This encounter is every encounter with the police. Yeah, most encounters with the police are probably F.